there is a place fascinating and full of mystery. They call this place Kong Hingdam, Thailand's Grand Canyon. So let me tell you how I found this place. But don't tell anyone, because it's a kind of a secret. I knew I had to go deep into these mountains. So for me, there was no time to waste. I mean, just imagine I would be one of the first one to find it. Wouldn't that be super cool? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's get some color into this day. Get ready for this amazing journey. Getting out from where I was located, a place called Raksa Warin, heading east into the neighboring province of Chupon. Alright, let's get the journey started. While I was cruising along this beautiful landscape, all I was thinking about was that Grand Canyon. I mean, how's it gonna be? Is it gonna be big? Is it gonna be small? Is it gonna be wide? Is it gonna be tall? Is it gonna be deep? And why have I never heard about it before? It must be a secret. Oh, and by the way, apparently there's another place next to the canyon which they call the Stonehenge of Thailand. There were so many questions in my head. Well, I will find out. Anyway, let's just have a little break first. So, we've done about 50 kilometers already by now, and we should be pretty close to the military provincial checkpoint as far as I see it. Okay, since about 10 kilometers or so, I noticed that I'm riding alongside a very beautiful river. I was actually just looking for a place where I can pull out and just relax for a moment, having a snack and drinking a bit of water, and just thinking about all those beautiful places I've lately been. Places just full of adventures and so many things to explore in a fairy tale-like environment, which is just absolutely stunning. You know, it is so great to know that there are still places on this planet. Places which haven't changed in the last 10, 20, 30 years or so. Places where you just randomly bump into a bunch of great people and just sharing some great moments together. Talking about life and how to live it until the sun goes down and the waves are part again. But that's another story. For now, we gotta go back on track to find the canyon. But unfortunately, getting back on track wasn't as easy as I thought. Damn it. I should have thought about that before. For fuck's sake. You know, this is exactly what happens if you don't think about things before you do them. Well, lesson learned, I think it would have been not a good idea anyway to ramp up at that angle. So let's better ramp up head on. But the only problem with that is traffic. So let's hope some guy from Flash Express is not gonna come along, because that would just catapult me right to the canyon. But that's not gonna happen today, so FUCK it. Clear, clear, go. Ooh, luckily that went alright, so I just had to go back and pick up the camera and ready to hit the road again. Happily back on track, I was really looking forward to finally get to the canyon. Here comes the military checkpoint, and as usual, I'll try to keep the conversation as short as possible and check paying off again. Cruising along the last 10 kilometers, I was really excited. Ooh! Wow, that could have gone bad. So, I think we are finally there. At a place they call Kong Hin Dam, the Grand Canyon. But hang on for a moment. Let me show you something else first. Do you remember what I said about this other place next to the canyon, which they call the Stonehenge of Thailand? Well, here we are. What confused me a bit was that sign saying Grand Canyon. So I guess I needed to have a proper look at it. As soon as I got myself into this strange looking stone yard, it somehow started to get a bit spooky. What I mean is, all of these stones started to take any kind of shape. Some of them looked like sculptures, and some others looked like faces. And then I started to see different kinds of animals. What a strange but somehow fascinating place. Anyway, let's just grab the camera and get you just out of here and back to the canyon. Well, here we go. Let's reveal the Grand Canyon. Very little did I know about what I was going to expect to see. My first impression was, it somehow just looks like a normal river. Nothing what you really would expect from a Grand Canyon or so. But the closer I looked at it, actually, the more interesting it got. And to really understand why they call it the Grand Canyon, you will only see as soon as you get yourself right into it. Have a look at this. Well, now you know the secret of the Great Canyon of Chupon. So for me, it was time to head back over these mountains, back to the province from where I started. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe if you want, and see you soon in Ranong.